All right, we're back at it with some great training. Today we're going to be focusing on our whole part dish machine and how we deline it. Our focus is delining today. My name is Barbara Colbert. I'm the Quality Assurance Manager.
And I'm Patricia Sartini, the culinary trainer.
So let's get started. All right, so let's get started with our whole part dish machine when we delining. One of the things you're going to see when you come in the morning is the doors are going to be like this. They're going to be open from drying out the first night. So what you want to do is remove this middle curtain. And I'm going to just lay this to the side for now, because I'm going to clean that in my 3 compartment sink. We'll talk about that in a little bit. The reason why I removed that short curtain in the middle is because you got some hard to reach places in the back of your machine. And you want that delimer to reach those places. So what you can do to help out with that is make sure you got your PPE on, some gloves. I call them PPE, but they're gloves to help protect the delimer from getting on your hand, because the delimer is a harsh chemical. Okay? When you are removing your delimer from your original bottle, make sure that if you're going to use a spray bottle, that you put it in a clean spray bottle. You want to make sure that you label this delimer so people are aware of what it is. And it's going to be pink in color. So what I want to do is I'm going to spray up in here so that if delimer is on those hard to reach places, and it can help with some of that buildup of calcium. I'm going to take me a green scrubby, and I'm going to rub that just a little bit just to help loosen that calcium up and work to clean. Okay. Now, the curtain's removed. I got it sprayed with delimer, those hard places. I'm going to leave the outside curtains on so that they're able to get delined. But the reason why I do that is because I don't want those chemicals, if they're off, that water and that chemical spray is out the side. I wouldn't want that to get on anybody's skin or in their eyes if they come back here. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to fill my tank up. So I'm going to close my door on this side. And I'll make sure my open and close latch here to close my drain is closed. I'm going to push it down, or I'm going to let the door push it down. Okay? Once I got it closed, I'm going to hit my power button. And my machine is going to begin to fill. The tank is filling on this machine. I can actually save some time and wash my short curtain in my 3 compartment sink. Wash. Just watch it. Rinse. And I'm still going to sanitize. Why not? 30 seconds. And then I'm going to set that aside to dry. That dry. And what I did when I was using the brush is help to remove some of the particles, food particles that may have gotten up in there. This stays moist, sometimes preventing that water, so you don't want the any kind of mold or slime to go up in between there, so you keep that clean. Okay? So I'm gonna let that sit there until we're ready for it. Now that the dish machine has filled up with water, I want to make sure I open this door, open it slowly so that steam can vent. And you can open up one door. And then I'm going to take my Montana delimer, and I'm going to pour 1 cup. 1 cup. So I'm going to put that in the dish machine. You can put it in the basket, you can take it across if you like, just get it in there. Okay? Once I've got that cup of delimer in there, I'm going to close my door. I'm going to come over to the Titan dimmer box, as you see here. If you hit the down button on here, it's going to show you your language, detergent prime. It's going to show you your rinse prime. rag count. Then you want to go to descale and then hit that button that says start. Hit start. It's gonna be blinking until you finish descaling. Okay. Then I'm gonna come over to my dish machine. I'm gonna hit start, but I want this to continue to run for about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna hit my start button, and then I'm gonna hit my dwell button. That's the white button in the center. So hit start first, and the dwell button, which is gonna allow it to manually run for that 20 minutes. And what you can do is set a timer for 20 minutes so you know to come back to the dish machine and do the next step. Okay? So start. And dwell. Alright, my 20 minutes have been up and my machine is ready to be rinsed. So I'm going to hit stop. Of course, the dwell will go off by itself. Okay? And what I want to do is open up my door slowly, let the steam come out. Then we don't want no one to get hurt or steam get in anyone's face. So open it slowly, let the steam vent kind of walk back behind the door so that you're safe. Let it out. If someone happens to be in the dish room when you're doing this, just let them know, hey, opening up the door so that they're aware. Safety first. Open up the door. And what you want to do is you want some clean, rich water in your now. So you want to get the chemicals out of your dish machine. So I'm going to let my latch up to let the water out. And then I'm going to close my door. It'll begin to fill up with clean, rich water. So again, I'm going to hit my start button, I'm going to hit my dwell button, and you want it to rinse for about 10 minutes. Okay? So I'm going to hit start and rinse. Set your timer for about 10 minutes. So now that my 10 minutes is up on my rinsing, as you notice, I hit stop. So hit the stop button. You want to open your door, open it up slowly. Remember, safety first. Let that steam vent out of there. And then back up with the door. Okay. And then what I want to do is make sure I drain it. So I'm going to pull my latch. It's going to let my water out. Okay. Once my water's out, I'm going to put that latch back down to close that drain. I'm going to open up my other door. And I'm going to take my clean short curtain and I'm going to put that back in. And all you do is latch that on. Okay, that's on and ready to go. And I'm going to close my door so that my machine is refilling with clean water. And don't forget to step back over to your Titan dimmer box. The descaling is still blinking, so I'm going to hit enter to stop that blinking to hit stop. Let it go away on its own, and you're ready to go. So now you're ready to clean some clean dishes. All right, that machine should be good. Let's do it. All right, now we're with a newer Hobart dishwashing system. So this is pretty much the same as the older Hobarts when it comes to delining. So what you want to do, if you have the newer one, you want to make sure that you open it up. Open it up. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to do is remove this middle curtain, the middle curtain only. The reason why is the same as the older one, and these two longer ones is going to help keep the chemicals inside the dish machine. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. It's sitting on two hooks. It's very easy. And I'm going to set it aside. And we're going to clean in the 3 compartment seat. And if you want to, or you can put it back in. But you want to take that spray bottle, the chemical, as we talked about, the delimer, as we talked about earlier on the other machine, getting those hard areas back up here. She's got a little hard water. Spray that. You may need your green scrubby to help loosen it up. That's what you want to do. And then that curtain's removed. We've sprayed the bar up there or the hard spaces anywhere in your dish machine that you can't reach or you think the delimer won't reach. And then you want to close that door. You have your cup of delimer there. Close that door. Once you hit the delimer button on this newer machine, Hobart, the delimer button's here. Just follow the instructions on the screen. This is going to tell you to clean when you clean your baskets. It's going to tell you when it's delined, and it's going to tell you when it's the water needs to be flushed. So on this particular machine, you're going to actually have to let the water out manually, and then close it back up, and then it's going to fill. So it pretty much walked you through it. So make sure that you're reading the panel. So this is the difference between this Hobart and the later Hobart, is that it's going to walk you through instructions on this one. So it's pretty easy, pretty simple. Okay. You also, what you want to do is make sure on any of the dish machines is to leave them open at the end of the day. And you have the option, some best practices. If you ever need to clean these curtains here, you want to take these off and you can clean them in 3-compartment sink. Or they've delined in the machine. Say for instance, if you're not too sure, you want to spray it with your hose, you can do that as well. But you want to make sure that if you need to take out the swing bars, you can take those out as well. Clean them in your 3-compartment sink, put it back in. It's after a while, but they do get delined in the machine as well. But sometimes if you got hard water, you make sure you take them out, scrub them up a little bit, and tighten them up. Okay. Other than that, you gotta make sure we're keeping our dish machines clean to make sure that they're working properly and they're lasting longer. But we have to deline just to make sure that they stay in good quality and good shape, right? So that's your Hobart delining.